I invite you to connect with the voices of the Bible. Today, we're listening to a moment that turns the whole story of the Bible, the call of Abram, later called Abraham, in the book of Genesis. Genesis is the book of beginnings. Its first 11 chapters move fast: creation, the garden, the flood, a scattering of nations, a world that keeps pulling away from God. Then in chapter 12, everything narrows to one man and one family. God's plan for blessing the whole world begins with a single person willing to go. Listen to the call. Leave your land, your family, and your father's household for the land that I will show you. In the ancient world, your land and your extended family were everything: your security, your identity, your future. God asks Abram to let go of all three and head toward a place God does not yet name. Not the land I've shown you, the land I will show you. Abram is asked to go before he knows where. Then comes the promise, and it is enormous. I will make of you a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name respected, and you will be a blessing. Notice the shape of it. God blesses Abram, but the blessing does not stop with him. You will be a blessing. And then wider still, all the families of the earth will be blessed because of you. From the very first, God's blessing of one family had the whole world in view. Abram is chosen, but never for his own sake alone. He is blessed to be a blessing. And how does Abram respond? Genesis says it simply. Abram left just as the Lord told him. No argument, no delay, no list of conditions. And the text adds one striking detail. Abram was 75 years old. This is not a young man with nothing to lose. This is someone with a whole settled life behind him, and he goes. It's a quiet reminder that God's call does not come with an expiration date. When Abram reaches the land, watch what he does. He doesn't build a fort or a house first. He builds an altar. Then he travels on and builds another, and there, the text says, he worshiped in the Lord's name. Abram marks his journey with visible public signs of who he belongs to. His faith is not a private arrangement. It's out in the open, stacked in stone where anyone passing by can see it. So what does this ancient call say to us? Three things. First, faith often begins with going before we know. Most of us want the whole map before we take a step, but the road usually reveals itself as we walk it, not before. Second, we are blessed to be a blessing. Whatever good God has poured into your life was never meant to be hoarded. It is meant to flow. The difference between a reservoir and a river is that a river keeps the water moving, and God is looking for rivers. And third, faith is meant to be lived out loud. Abram built altars in plain sight. For us, that might look like telling someone where you've seen God at work, or simply letting your life be visibly oriented toward God. Witness rarely requires a speech. Often, it just requires a willingness to stop hiding. So the next time you sense God nudging you towards something you cannot fully see, remember Abram, called out of the familiar, blessed in order to bless, building altars in the open, and look, and still at 75, willing to go. That's what it looks like to live faith out loud. Thanks for connecting with the voices of the Bible.